Hey, what's up, guys? TyRaNNy here. I'm going to be doing my third 1v1 commentary. This one's going to be on Simplex since I've done Haven and Dispatch so far. I do also want to apologize for the dispute videos that I've uploaded. I know you guys don't have any interest in seeing those, but don't worry, no more dispute videos are going to be uploaded to this channel. It's going to be strictly gameplays and commentaries from now on. Alright, so on Simplex, the most important thing is controlling the railgun. I know this sounds obvious, but it is huge. I can't stress it enough. It's a lot different than Haven. You know, you may say, well, the railgun is always important, but on Simplex, the reason why it is so important is because it silently spawns, which means that it doesn't drop by ordnance. It just respawns. Alright, it doesn't drop and make a loud noise and you can see the icon and everything. There's that, and also it doesn't spawn every 2 minutes. It spawns every 2 minutes after someone has touched it. Okay, so like on Haven, it's going to spawn every 2 minutes from the start of the game. It's going to spawn at 15 minutes, 13 minutes, 11 minutes. Here on Simplex, it's going to spawn every 2 minutes after someone touched it. So it is so vital to watch the clock in the bottom right hand corner of your screen and keep note of when that railgun was last touched so that you can be on the spawn time. Now, overshield's the same way. It's 2 minutes after the last person touched it, and usually if you're able to get overshield, you're able to get railgun. So that's usually your first step. That's the first step in controlling railgun on this map, is controlling overshield. So you have to be on that time also. But you also want to position yourself well in order to get the overshield, which means putting yourself top mid about 30 seconds before the overshield actually comes up. You don't want to be trying to get the overshield about 2 seconds before it drops. So here he does get the overshield before I do, and I'm just trying to get some space from him. I'm listening to him. I know he's chasing me. I'm not going to give up on this railgun though, because I know it hasn't been touched yet, so I'm going to try and go for it, but I'm not going to over push for it because I don't want to give him an easy kill. So since he was already there for it, I'm just going to back off. And in 1v1s, you're always trying to give yourself an advantage over your opponent, and you're trying to take advantages away from your opponent. And in this situation right now, he has 2 advantages over me. He's got the overshield and the railgun. And the easiest advantage I can take away from him is the overshield. If I just keep my distance, you know, the overshield's going to elapse on its own over time, and I can put a couple shots here and there and get rid of that overshield so that it's a little bit more of an even playing field. The only advantage that he has now is the railgun, and by picking up the DMR, I'm trying to give myself a long-range advantage since it's so much better than the battle rifle long-range. And I'm trying to use the Needler just in case I can catch him off guard or if I can see him before he sees me. But it is off host, so the Needler's a little unpredictable. And I do notice that he has sticky data and railgun, so mid to short range, he definitely has the advantage. I thought I could have caught him off guard there while he had the sticky dead out. But like I said earlier, off-host Needler is just a little too unpredictable, so it may have been a little too aggressive move there. He does waste the railgun though, and it's important to note that on Simplex, you only have 3 shots in the railgun. So I do know that he is out of ammo, and I'm positioning myself top mid right now well before the overshield comes up so that I can hold top mid until the overshield does drop. Because for him to get top mid, you have to usually jump to it. So if I'm able to position myself top mid, I'm able to put shots in him and keep him from jumping top mid so I can hold it long enough for the overshield to come up. Now I'm trying to get ready for railgun, but it is spawning a little bit late because we were so late to pick it up. So I do get him weak, but I'm going to back off, go top mid, just try and put a few shots here and there. Top mid control on this map is really important for 3 different reasons. You have really good angles to shoot at. He does get a instant respawn there. That was pretty unfortunate. But top mid, if you position yourself top mid on this map, you have really good angles to shoot. You can exit. You have several exits. So if you get into any trouble, there's several ways to get away from your opponent. And thirdly, if you hold it long enough before the overshield drops, you're usually able to get overshield. And in a lot of cases, you're able to maneuver, move around the map pretty well if you use top mid effectively. And my favorite combo, especially off host on this map, is the DMR railgun, because if I feel like I have an advantage long range with the DMR, and then I have an advantage with railgun short to mid range. I feel like it gives me my best chance to get a kill. So the best places to try and hold down on this map is definitely left and right side of purple and top mid. And the reason why that is because purple side does have the DMR, so you do want to try and control DMR. It is kind of an X factor on this map because it is much better long range than the battle rifle is. And the DMR doesn't spawn yellow side. So if you control purple side, you're controlling the DMR, and it's a little bit better of a place to be than top yellow. There's not as many places to shoot from yellow side, and there's not as many exit points. So usually I try and stay away from yellow side on this map. And as you can see here, I'm using the DMR effectively to keep him off of overshield and give me enough time to grab it. Instead of waiting for the railgun though, I decided to push on him while my overshield's full, and he does get a good stick and trade there. So now I need to contest him for this railgun here. And why I say that left and right side of purple is good to hold is because top purple can be kind of dangerous to be sitting in, because a lot of people just nade top purple in hopes that you'll get a hit marker on them. So you don't always want to push top purple unless you have to. Especially after you kill your opponent, don't immediately sprint top purple, because usually that's where people just throw grenades right off their spawn. And I do notice that the railgun hasn't come up yet, so I'm gonna try and push for top purple. Puts a shot in me. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna jump top perp and grab the railgun. I am in a little bit of a bad situation here. Trying to stay alive. I'm trying to put myself in a position where it's not do or die with the railgun. I don't want to get in positions where I have to make the shot, and if I don't, then I die. You'd rather be in a situation where if I make the shot, okay, I get the kill, and if I don't, I can get away. Just like there, I was able to get away, get some breathing room, and I didn't have any pressure with that shot. And if you put yourself in those situations, it's really going to benefit you. I do get him one shot here, throwing grenades. I really thought it would stop him, or maybe one would kill him, but didn't expect him to jump over him and just play that aggressive, but he did. I do miss my jump top mid though, so since he has a railgun, I'm not going to try and contest overshield, because I'll probably just end up giving him an easy kill. And so, like I said, I don't like to be yellow side because there's not many exits really. There's only two ways that I could have gone. And so I tried to wait and see where he was going before I tried to run somewhere. And as you can see here, he is using top mid effectively. He's getting good angles, he's maneuvering around the map well. So top mid is very important. And like I said earlier, top purple is definitely somewhere where a lot of people will throw their grenades, and as I did there off the spawn, I thought that he would be pushing top purple, and I thought maybe I could get a hit marker on him. And that's where he was pushing, but he did wait long enough for me to throw my two grenades before he poked out. I'm going to be picking up DMR again. Like I said, it's really effective to use on this map. And I know that new railgun's going to be coming up soon, so I'm going to try and see him before he sees me, try and get a couple shots. And as I do get him one shot, I'm going to take this opportunity to go and grab this new railgun. And as you can see here, I'm on the spawn time. I'm right on the spawn time. And that's so important because majority of this game, I've had the railgun. The railgun's been in my hands for the majority of this game. And if you're able to get the railgun most of the time, you're usually going to win on this map. And the good move that I did here is the last time that he saw me was on, I believe it was red side. So I quickly sprinted to blue side as I grabbed the railgun, in hopes that he would assume that I was still red side so that I could get behind him without him noticing me and get a kill as I did there. Now I don't really like to be yellow side, so I'm going to start to creep walk back to red. I assumed that he may have spawned top blue and he was going to sprint top mid and just bait the overshield. Unfortunately, that wasn't what he was doing. He thought that I was baiting it, so he is able to go and get it. It's not always a huge loss if your opponent's able to get overshield. If you have railgun and you shoot them with it, you can stop them dead in their tracks and take their overshield away. But in this situation, I'm just kind of pinned down. I'm not in a good spot, and there wasn't a lot I could do, so he is able to kill me here. I do know that he has one shot left in the railgun, and I need to try and wait, or at least try and get some of that overshield off of him before I try and do anything too aggressive. And as I see him running top purple, I'm going to take this opportunity to sprint red side while he can't see me. So now he still assumes that I'm blue side, because since he killed me red side, I was more than likely going to spawn blue side, and I also think that he saw me throw a grenade. So if I'm able to get over on this side of the map without him seeing me, it's going to be in the back of his mind that I'm on the blue half of this map. And because of that, I'm able to see him before he sees me right now. He doesn't think that I'm on this side of the map. And so I'm able to get him pretty weak. Since I'm bottom purple, I'm assuming he's not going to drop down bottom mid, and he's going to stay up here at the top, and I guessed right. Able to get the melee and clean up the kill. And I pushed on him at the perfect time. I knew that railgun was going to be coming up in about 10 seconds, and so I knew that I needed to put a push on top purple because I didn't want him to get the new railgun. And that's all because I kept my eye on that clock in the bottom right. And now I'm putting myself top mid for good angles with the railgun. And now that I know that the time is really winding down, I'm gonna push all the way over to the left side of purple and just listen for footsteps because I know that he has to push me. I do notice that he spawned top blue and he was gonna put shots on me, so I decided to just drop down and play more passively. As you can see here, this is where I shoot him with a railgun, and it just stops him dead in his tracks, gets rid of his overshield, really gets rid of any advantage that he had just a few seconds ago. So basically, in here, I kind of know that I've won, so I'm messing around with him a little bit, but I completely lose him, and he gets a double beat down on me. To kind of recap on this map, though, 3 most important things: railgun, overshield, and the DMR. The DMR being kind of the X factor, it really can make a difference, and you always have the option to pick up the DMR. So that's why it's kind of the X factor. You can always pick up a DMR, and if you use it well, it can be very effective in winning. For the overshield, it's very important that you just stay on the time that it respawns at and position yourself top mid constantly. Don't wait for that overshield to be spawning in about 3 seconds. You want to position yourself top mid about 30 seconds before the overshield's going to come down, and then try and hold top mid, keep your opponent off of that area until it spawns. And 9 times out of 10, if you're able to get overshield, you're able to get railgun. But if not, you need to remember the respawn time for the railgun, so that you're able to be top purple in a good position and you're able to contest the railgun as it spawns and hopefully get it. Because the railgun is by far the most powerful power weapon on this map. And so if you control it like I did during this game, it was usually in my hands, you're usually going to be able to win. So the last things: stay away from yellow side of the map. It's not a very good place to be, not many good angles to shoot from, and not many good exit points. If you want to position yourself top mid and left and right side of purple. Top purple is a little risky because it is an easy area to be naded from. So that being said, that's about the end of this commentary. And just please like, comment, tell me what I should do next. Tell me if you like this video. if there's anything I can improve on. So thanks for watching, guys.